Welcome back into North Dakota. Today we are cooking with Cashway. Randall, I have butter in front of me, so
you have butter.
Immediately excited.
So this segment's about compound butters.
Compound butters.
So compound butter is a very fancy way. I wouldn't say fancy, but compound butters are really a mixture of things that we use for other purposes. So I might put the compound butter in some vegetables.
Okay.
I might put it on top of a steak.
Gotcha.
I might put it with something like a grilled portobello or something like that. So it's a sauce and flavoring at the same time.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a blue cheese and caramelized onion butter.
And onion butter.
So we have equal parts of the butter and blue cheese. So I'm gonna have you whip that out a little bit.
Okay.
You know, nice. You know, kind of get a little air in there.
A little air.
Yep, yep. And while you're doing that, I'm going to talk a little bit about caramelized onions.
Okay.
So when you caramelize onions, it's a process, and it can take up to about 45 minutes to 50 minutes, and it's just a slow process that has to kind of go through a time. Now, what you do is you start your onions with butter and salt. And really what you want is those onions to kind of sweat. So they're covered for a period of time. So this top three here, it's covered. The pan's covered at that time. And this is done in a saucepan, not a saute pan. Then we leave, once those caramelized onions have released a lot of that liquid, now we remove the lid and we start stirring, and we finally get to this.
Okay.
So that's our caramelized onion.
Gotcha.
And as you can see, the onion becomes less and less, becomes more and more soft. Okay.
Makes sense.
So once you go and add your blue cheese in there,
Blue cheese.
and you can add your onions,
Onions.
and we chop those up. So it's equal parts blue cheese and onion and butter. So we have
perfect
equal parts of that, and then we have some thyme and sage, because those flavors really, really work with that combination. We got that sweetness and that richness of the caramelized onions. We got that earthy, tangy quality of the blue cheese, and then of course butter. And then we it's best to do this like in a mixer, but that makes a lot of noise.
I'm a human mixer.
Right, it's war. And what we do, what we get eventually is something like this.
Thanks for letting me. Okay, now I can stop.
I'm making it a little easier for you. So what we want to do is we want to put this into a low form. And I need a little bit of a wetness on my board here because I need that plastic wrap to stay put where I want it to be. So that's what's nice is I can get that. So it's
got a little concerned when you started just putting water down on the floor, but
you're like, gee, Randall, what are you doing?
What's going on here?
Well, you'll see. You'll see. So what I want to do is I want to start putting this down into a line.
That looks really well, evenly mixed too. Like
Right, and this was done in a mixer. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but that thing's loud, and we've had our issues with it.
It's just not TV friendly.
Right? No, it's not.
And if there's one thing we've learned about our show, we're very TV friendly.
we continue to adapt into being more TV.
We learn what's not TV friendly.
Right. Like, okay, that's not going to work. All right. So and this is where the trick kind of all happens, is that I want to make this into a cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can do this with parchment paper as well, but I like this better because this can go in the freezer.
Right.
So I basically just kind of move that over like I would if I was wrapping something.
Okay.
And then I'm going to just kind of get it nice and tight as I bring it down.
We got a foot or two.
Then I'm going to pinch both ends.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll it.
Could you pick it up?
You could do that too, but I don't want it to become I want it to stay in a nice shape.
Also, then you'd be swinging butter.
Now, if I was doing like a bratwurst or something like that, well, that would make sense. Yeah. And so I'm going to tie each end. And there we have our shape.
Nice.
Yeah. And then, so what we're going to do when we come back is we're going to put this on a steak.
Ooh, can't wait.
Yeah.
I love steak and I love butter.
And I also have one other butter that we're going to use in another application.
Is that one right there?
Yep. And this is a scallion and jalapeno and lime butter.
Ooh, I might like that.
And guess what's in there? There's a little tortilla cheese in here. This is a
cheese inside the butter?
So this is street corn butter.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
So if you think about the things that you like, so could that be feta and some other things? Of course it could. So you have the ability to take these different flavors and put them into a butter. And then, well, you've heard of butter boards. Mm-hmm. So think of this as like the butter board base.
Okay.
So whatever you're going to put on a butter board or whatever this thing is, that is your flavoring.
Gotcha. We'll mess a little bit more with these butters when we come back. We're cooking with Cashway on Let's Go Today.